You know, when I got sober and they wanted me to admit powerlessness in step one, I was just like, man, I'm not powerless over anything, right? That was a sign of weakness in my world, right? But actually, let me tell you how powerlessness isn't weakness, it's freedom, right? In order to admit powerlessness, I've got to get the gift of surrender, right? Like, which, oh, hell no, I ain't surrendering to nothing, you know? But no, I actually had to get so desperate and just tired of living that way. Just sick and tired. Not like I got to hit a big bottom and it's got to be real messy and all this chaos. No, I had to get tired in here. That's why you see people that hit all these bottoms and they have all this chaos and these treatment centers and all this DUIs and ex-wives and they're just waiting to hit that bottom, some kind of magic bottom when they can stop digging. No, that's not what does it. The surrender comes when they get tired, just tired of going on that way. And there's people that don't have to hit a bottom like mine or like yours or anybody else. They don't have to have all that happen, and they can get tired on the inside. When those people get tired, they can admit powerlessness. And it starts on the surface level. Powerless once I put in, right? Not before. Yeah, right. I always end up picking it back up. So powerless before also, right? Powerless until I connect to this higher power. I am powerless. I need power to flow in. But I'm not going to do that unless I work the steps. I'm not going to work the steps unless I have that gift of desperation. Anyways, I want to talk about how powerlessness isn't actually weakness, and it actually is freedom, right? Because of that concept of having to surrender, right? The surrender is actually going to save me energy, right? You know how much energy I put in trying to fight everything and everyone? You know how much energy I put in, right? Fighting life. You know how much energy I put in trying to control everything? You know, there's a lot of energy involved in that. If only the players would arrange, or if only I could arrange the show, right? Like the big book says, somewhere around 62 or something. If only everybody would do as I say. If only life would just treat me fairly. If only I could just catch a break, right? If only, everybody would listen to me, everything would be all right. I know what's best, right? Do you remember that? Right? Constantly trying to control everything, or constantly a victim to the circumstances, or constantly fighting against life, or every relationship you've ever had with the employer, with the spouse, with the kids. It's always something. We're fighting about something. You know who the common denominator is? It's me. I'm the common denominator. And it's exhausting. It is exhausting, right? So when I learn to surrender and learn to accept life on life's terms, learn to accept that I'm not in control, learn to accept that I've got a new employer, this power that I have found by discarding all my old ideas, discarding all the stuff clouding my spirit. That's what the step process is. It's a process that's going to get all that stuff blocking my vision out of the way. The guilt, the shame, the fear, right? The anxiety, the resentment. Once I clear all that stuff away by being desperate enough and willing to work those steps, and I admit powerlessness, I no longer need control. Therefore, I no longer have to fight. I don't have to put as much energy. I can learn to accept. I can let go of my expectations that are attached. I was in a meeting today, a lady's like, man, I give my kids all this money. What do you do when you give them all this money and they don't even answer your phone? She is very reasonably upset. That's reasonable, right? I would be too, right? But what can she do in that situation? Get mad at kids, but give money still and then be depressed and then go drink because you need relief? Because that's why we drink or use. Because I'm constantly fighting life. I'm constantly fighting everything and everyone. And my spirit becomes clouded again and sick and weighed down by that backpack of guilt, shame, and fear and anxiety. And guess what booze or everything else does for me? It gives me temporary relief. It's a solution, right? So what is the answer to that? The The answer is I gotta discard my expectations that are attached to me giving the kids money. What do you mean? You actually gotta take a look at that, an inventory. Okay, I love my kids, I give them what they want, I give them money financially, and I don't get a response from them. Well, that means and now I'm mad because I give them money, which means I had an expectation attached to it. It's reasonable, but if I want peace and happiness, maybe I need to have a conversation. Say, hey, look, I love you guys with all my heart. I'm here to help. But if you can't give me the basic respect to give me a phone call or answer when I'm calling you, I don't really feel comfortable just giving you guys money because it's going to make me sick. Right? I love you, but I also expect you to show me some respect. So I got to stop giving the money. Right? Because I know that I have an expectation attached to it. Unless I can give the money without any expectation attached to it. Why? Because I'm an alcoholic. I'll end up sick again, right? So realizing that I am powerless, realizing that I'm powerless brings nothing but freedom, because now I don't have to control the whole show. I can just drop my shoulders down and relax. I can face life as it comes. I can practice being in the moment. I can allow you to be you right where you are and be okay with it. I can give money to people I care and love about without having any expectations attached to it. Because I know what it's like to try to control the show. I know what it's like to carry those expectations. I know what it's like to have all those attachments, right? I'd much rather admit powerlessness. Just get out of the way and allow it to happen naturally. Realize that I'm just a pud, right? Just a small part of a big whole. I ask myself on a regular basis, what can I accept, change, or eliminate, right? Something comes about, I don't like it, it's uncomfortable, I got some fears, it's scary, right? I take an honest look at it. I take an honest look within me. I talk to my creator. I talk to some others about me to help them to help me see the truth about it. And I walk through it, right? I let it go. The most important thing you can ever do in the recovery process is learn to let go. I just let go, right? So surrender and powerlessness are two great, beautiful things and concepts in the recovery world. If I'm fighting against life constantly, even in sobriety, I see it all the time. Many years sober, always in collision with something or someone. They never truly find happiness. They might not ever drink or use again, but they don't have the happiness that I have on my heart. And it makes me sad for them, right? Because I'm continuously seeking and doing the work that I need to do because I want to continue growing. I like the results. I like the effects produced by doing the work, right? By taking inventory, by admitting powerlessness. I like it, right? So my question to you today is, especially if you got some sobriety and you're watching this video, right? Where are you at in the process? Are you admitting powerlessness? Or are you trying to fight against life all the time? Constant collision, right? Are you a victim of circumstances? Can't I just catch a break? If that's the case, take an honest look. Do the steps. If it's been a while, do them again. Learn to live by them. Practice the daily inventory, 86 and 87, right? And then ask yourself, how free do I want to be, right? How free do I want to be? Powerlessness brings freedom. I love you even if I don't know you. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Go follow my TikTok, my YouTube, whatever, right? I'm just here to share my lived experience. I'm not here for any other reason. Just here for fun and for free. And because I've got a deep passion on my heart and I have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. And I live a life beyond my wildest dreams as a direct result. So I'm here to just share my lived experience, my testimony. Questions or comments, please drop it below. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, even if I don't know you. And like I said, I love you too. So thank you.